Hey everybody, it's Dave with AZ Life Cooking, and today we are making sweet potato noodle macaroni and cheese. Haven't made a video in a few months. Been a little busy, but happy to be back making videos. And today, excited about this recipe. It came out a couple of months ago from Dr. Gundry. They have a little video on their YouTube channel showing how to make it. As always, not only do we want to show you how to make this recipe, but I'm also going to tell you how hard it is to make and if it actually tastes good. How do you make sweet potato noodles? So I am going to show you how to make sweet potato noodles. It requires sweet potatoes. Imagine that. They seem pretty easy to make as long as you have the right tools. So you need a sweet potato and then something to turn these into noodles. So we have this device here, which is a spiralizer. I don't remember where we got this one. And I've seen them, in various different shapes and sizes and whatnot, but this is what I'm gonna use today. Okay, so first thing we need to do is peel the sweet potato. I don't think it matters what type of sweet potato you use. I think any sweet potato will do. I don't think that's gonna fit in there, so I'm gonna cut this in half. You put your product in here. And there's a little almost like a comb blade down in there. So a little fancier spiralizer might work a little better than this, but hey, this is working. Looks like 2 cups is about 1 regular medium-sized sweet potato. So what we need to do is turn these crunchy noodles into soft noodles. And to do that, we're just gonna add a little bit of olive oil to coat them. And then it says to put them on a cookie sheet and bake them 5 to 7 minutes to make them soft. I'm gonna use some really good olive oil. This is the polyphenol-rich Dr. Gundry's olive oil. Okay, so we'll put these in the oven. I've already got it preheated to 400. Nice and toasty. Let's see if they're soft. Yeah, definitely soft. Had them in there 5 minutes, so that seemed to soften them up. So I have the saucepan here, kind of heating on a medium heat. The recipe didn't specify the heat, I don't think. But the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and 1 tablespoon of coconut powder. And then it said to stir it and whisk it until it's all combined. So now that it's all combined, it says I need to continue whisking it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, now I don't know if this is the intended result, but it's been a little over 2 minutes and you can see that mixture is brown. So now we need to start adding the coconut milk a little bit at a time. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of that. Whoa, that's cooking. Woo, hot. That's hot. That might be a little too hot. I think my burner's on a little too hot because that is cooking fast. We'll set that to the side a little and add a little bit more of the milk. It's supposed to be creamy, not burnt, Dave. Creamy, not burnt. Okay, so now I'm supposed to cook this for a few minutes. And that's a little scary to me because this stuff is bubbling. Look at that. I mean, that's really bubbling because that seems like it will burn. But we'll see. Hey, this is why I make these videos, to show you how hard they are. Okay, next up we are gonna add the cheeses. We have Parmesan cheese and we have goat's milk cheddar. So I'm actually gonna put the mustard powder in first because it's tiny and I like to make sure it gets mixed really well. And then I'm gonna put the Parmesan in. That's starting to melt up good. Let's get some pepper in there. Okay, it took a bit of stirring, but at first I did not think it was gonna get creamy because it was kind of oily and clumpy, but I just kept stirring. And it's now nice and creamy and smooth. Okay, so I've added the sweet potato noodles to the sauce, and you can see here that this is very cheesy. So it may be a delicate recipe that I quite haven't figured out. So easy to do, but maybe, sometimes when you're cooking with creams and milks and stuff, they're a little finicky on temperature and time cooked and stuff. So it may take a little experimentation to to get this perfect. But we're gonna give it a try. You have to wait and find out what I think. Gotta get Jen in here. Okay, so I have Jen here.
Wet hair, pajamas.
Yeah, so take that into consideration when I'm force feeding her food right now.
It actually tastes good, but it's super weird to look at.
And I don't know I did the sauce right, because this doesn't look as good as the video on Dr. Gundry's channel. I think I reduced it down a little bit too much.
But it's actually very good. The texture's nice on it.
Yeah.
But just looking at it, you're like...
I think it needs some salt. It's a little too bland for me.
Salt probably would be good. I'm a bland person, but yeah, that would be a good addition. But actually, it's really good.
It almost tastes...
But it's not really a creamy consistency at all.
No, and that could be because I screwed up the sauce.
I knew I should never have left you alone.
I know. I said, when you're cooking with like milks, creams, and coconut milks, it's a little delicate. So I think I'm gonna try and make this again and see if I can get the sauce better next time.
Maybe make it with your wife.
She'll burn it.
Hey, Josh. Hey.
Do you want to try this?
Try this.
All right, so Josh just wandered in, wondering what all the commotion was.
Yep.
And we're gonna force feed him this mac and
Josh, our
cheese.
favorite middle child.
This is a mac and cheese. I'm gonna warn you, it doesn't taste like mac and cheese at all.
That's a big.
And be 100% honest.
Forkful.
Because Josh doesn't eat our healthy diet.
Not.
Yeah. He'll eat our food sometimes, but he's not like on the diet.
That's not bad.
Not bad. I personally thought it was a little bland. Like it didn't really pop with a lot of flavor. Mm-hmm. Mom thought it was good. She's gonna take it for leftovers.
Yeah, that's good. I'd eat it again.
Okay, there you have it.
There you have it.
Also, for those of you who like to follow what's going on, I do want to put a plug in for my buddy's YouTube channel. If you love anything about Disneyland,
Oh yeah.
you got to check it out. It's Provost Park Pass. I help out a lot with that channel. He and his wife are actually starting a world tour to hit every single Disney park in one trip. So that starts literally in a few days, which is why it motivated me to make a video before that starts, because I'm going to go with that on some of that trip with them.
There are so many cobwebs in the Haunted Mansion. Now, how do they make those cobwebs? It's a simple trick. They take hot glue, like a hot glue gun, they melt the glue, they take a fan, and like this, and it makes a web, and it sticks to everything, and they change it about once a year. Then, you're like, how do they get the dust on it? Well, that's dust. Mind blowing.
It's way fun even.
Or if you're planning a trip to any of the Disney parks, check it out.
Gosh.
And if you do the sauce a little better, put your comments down below. If you haven't subscribed, we appreciate it if you subscribe. Like the video if you found it informative, and I'll have the recipe in the description below. All right, everyone, thanks again for joining, and hopefully we'll bring you another video soon.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, happy 2020. All right, thanks everyone.